I'm exhausted. Have you ever been so exhausted? You are physically tired. You are running around after the kids, running a home. You've got caring responsibilities. You're flat out at work. You might be mentally drained because you're experiencing discrimination at work. You're under financial pressure. You're feeling the stresses and strains of the menopause. What can you do? In this video, I've got 10 really easy ways for you to re-energize, to refuel. And I'll tell you what, I am sick and tired of the notion that rest for us as women in midlife needs to be earned, needs to be deserved. No, I'm going to share with you my radical rest concept that really smashes to pieces that notion that it should be all about grand gestures, spa days, bubble baths, if you've got a bath in your home. Not everybody does. And I know that even right here, right now, you are going to be able to implement some of these suggestions so that you feel the benefit. Hello, Bab. I'm Marvarine. Thank you for watching this video and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am a television journalist. I've been working as a reporter producer for 21 years, but this isn't what my channel is about. I'm not talking about news, journalism, all the scary stuff. I'm also a transformative coach and I help women in midlife, like me, because I'm in my 50s, navigate life together. When we get to our 40s, 50s, 60s, we lose ourselves, and I help women in midlife rediscover themselves, find their joy again, and just curate a more fulfilling life. In today's video, I'm introducing to you my concept of radical rest. Rest is not something to be earned, to be deserved, for us to feel guilty about having at all. Rest is our right, and it is really essential, particularly at this time of our lives, to ensure that we're incorporating rest into our day in whichever way we can. It is not about waiting till the end of the week to maybe go to the beauty salon to get that massage, or book in 3 months' time the spa weekend with the girlfriends, or soaking into the bubble bath when you find the time, because those are gestures that actually take some time to plan. They often need a bit of money and they often need a particular amount of space. A lot of people now are living in a small space, a small flat, might just have the shower, might not even have a shower. So some of these ideas are not right for everyone, because those ideas really are more about rest being a privilege. And like I said, radical rest to me is about us exercising our right as women in midlife to rest, so that then not only can we be re-energized for ourselves primarily, it is not selfish to be focusing on self. That is one of my mantras that you're always going to hear about here. And I know a lot of you do sometimes feel guilty about taking that time to look after yourself. It's really important, because if you don't, what else is going to happen around you? Because, 9 times out of 10, we as women, we are the carers, we are the homemakers, might even be the breadwinner, or we are augmenting the family income. If the partner is earning more than us, we are adding to that so that the household is as productive and as financially well as it can be. So we need to be full of energy, full of vitality, and have some joy. And the solutions you hear about on social media are often catch-all. They kind of look at us all as very homogenous, making big statement moments, whereas radical rest for me and for you is about appreciating that you might be in a very different situation in society. You might be from a low-income background. I have struggled on benefits and welfare, so I know what that's like. There might be ways that your ability to rest impacts on you because of your race, your religion, your sexuality, a disability. You might be neurodiverse. So I know that in this list of 10, there's going to be something that works for you. Resting with friends and or community. Going to see friends where you can. If you're not able to go out and do lunch or do coffee, I go around to my friends and see coffee and take a packet of biscuits. what I've also been doing, even in these first few weeks of the new year, is I've been saying to girls that I usually communicate with on WhatsApp or leave a voice message, I've said, can't we just talk to each other on FaceTime for a bit? Like, let's just talk, let's just see each other and have a laugh and have a rant and just feel better in those 5, 10, 15 minutes with each other. That you've seen a friend, that you've been able to support a friend, or they've been able to support you. Radical rest is also about connecting with your inner resources and what matters to you and what values you have. And for you, helping the community and being an advocate for your local community in some way and being a voice might be the way that you want to exercise your rest. Give you an example of this whole scenario of the chaos on our street is driving me mad. It's driving us all mad, and we WhatsApp about it all the time. So I've volunteered to kind of bring us together online so we could talk together as a street community and find out how we're going to push for some traffic measures on this road that have been talked about for years by the local council, promised, but the dates keep moving back. So for me, on top of everything else I do, I feel like I want to help our community to make it feel better and safer for children and elderly people who live on this street. Might be something for you if you feel that you want to go to a local community centre and help people learn how to better apply for benefits or learn how to stand up for themselves and their rights around tenancy and maybe consumer laws and so on. That might be something for you that takes you out of the craziness of your world and helps you feel calmer and more collected. So give that a try if you think it might work for you. If you're able to get outside and without being political, particularly in the city I live in, lots of libraries being closed at the moment, but if you do have access to a free local public library, they are beautiful sanctuaries where you can go and sit and peruse books and read. Maybe try that for 15 minutes, half an hour of the day. If you can get out and get away, really worth doing. Really calming, I think. Gentle movement. I'm such an advocate of gentle movement. And you'll know this as well if you have had any injury or if you have a mobility issue or a disability issue that stops you being able to do maybe the exercise you used to do, the sport you used to do, and the sport particularly that you want to. For a long time I had bursitis in my shoulder, and I do still have osteoarthritis in my knees. So there was a period where I could not do a lot of exercise. I also was scared of doing a lot of exercise because I didn't want to hurt my shoulder anymore. But I found that yoga with Cassandra, link in the description box. I don't know her, she's just a YouTuber that I absolutely adore. Doing 10-minute, 15-minute stretches with her where I felt it wasn't going to push me too hard because she has a wealth of videos on her channel for all experience levels and all parts of your bodies, hips, legs, knees, if they're sore, morning, bedtime. Like, the choice is so amazing. I chose what I felt was right for me in the moment and just felt better that I was doing something at any part of the day. So find a way, if you can, of doing some movement, because what I've also learned is that inaction can make you ill. If you live alone or you prefer to be a solitary person and not go and interact with others for your rest, I do not care what you do what is right for you. A gratitude journal, I've been starting to use one last year, and I love writing them down, my affirmations, but also what am I grateful for? What have I created or cultivated that I am happy about? What am I looking forward to? What have I learned from the day? So every day I take 10 minutes at the end of the day. I have a whole bedtime routine. It's probably 10 to 15 minutes actually, where I journal what's happened through the day, but then I pinpoint those things that I've just said. And that is a time I make sure I do on my own, uninterrupted. So it might mean that I just go to bed a bit earlier. If you can do that, if that's one practice you can try, give it a whirl. What do you think of these tips so far? Are they hitting for you? Are they landing for you? I'd love to hear if you're going to implement any of these, or if you already do that, drop a comment and share, because it's really useful for everyone else in the comments as well. And they might go, oh, I might try that too. You might be motivating somebody else. Reconnecting with your body is incredibly important. You might be like me in that you've ignored your body for so long because you're frightened of the pain that you feel sometimes in certain areas of your hands, your shoulders, your arms. I mean, I'm now putting out all the aches and pains that I've got in my knees. And all of last year I was very afraid, as I said, to do anything at all. And I know that kind of really high energy, vigorous exercise was not the one for me. And I knew that if I tried to jump back into that, I wouldn't last very long. So be really mindful and conscious of how you reconnect with your body, and try to do something gently. So walking is always such a good way to start if you can. And it doesn't have to be far. It could be just walking to the local store and back if it is a short walk, if it's under a mile, or just walking around the block, or walking up and down a road and turn back. Who cares? Who cares if anyone's watching? But you are out of the house, you are out of your home, and you're just being out of your normal environment. That's always worth trying. For me, walking, I need to get back into it a bit more. I'm fully acknowledging my innate laziness, but I've made a start, and I'm proud of myself that I've made a start. So that in itself is a good feeling. Hands up, who loves a guided meditation? I do. I just love listening to a smooth, soothing, reassuring voice guiding me through a landscape into another world, taking me into another world, helping me feel calmer, helping me to sleep. I used to listen to a lot of American meditation podcasts. I've got my own meditation podcast where you can sometimes hear my voice. The reason I started that is because a lot of people said that my voice was very soothing and reassuring. And I do actually have a Glenn and a Maggie, who are also American voices on the podcast. But anything to help you sleep or calm down, calm your whirring mind. And I also try and meditate without any additional sound or guidance, which is often hard. But closing your eyes and a deep breath up from your belly, through your nose and out through your mouth. And if ever your focus drifts, as it inevitably will, try and just bring it back to your breath. And if you can manage that for at least a minute, it helps calm you, center you, and just prepare you for the next part of your day and what you're going to do. A digital awakening might be a good one. Why don't you save on your Instagram some of the funny memes that people send you that make you laugh out loud, so that next time when you're thinking, boy, I need to pick me up, just jump into your social media and have a look. Have a look at some of the funny things. I'm going to post here. I can't even remember the name of the account, but every time I watch these clips, I am in absolute bits. It's all I need. And there's also another one, just the purring cat is telling me everything's all right. Might seem a bit silly, might seem a bit innocuous, but to who? To me? To you? It's fine. If it just gives you a little bit of pick me up when you're feeling like you're at a loss and you just need to catch your breath, just bring a bit of a pizzazz into your day. For me, it absolutely works wonders. These guys. The flip side of the digital awakening is the digital detox. If everything around you is going crazy and you feel like you just can't have any more communications because your emails are pinging, you've had a WhatsApp from a best friend who's looking for some advice, and you just feel overwhelmed. Turn all the notifications off, or turn the phone off for a moment, or put it in another room, head outside, have 5 minutes of just a clear brain, calm, deep breaths. Just a mini detox might be the difference between your brain bursting and you just recentering yourself. Creative rest, whether it's you creating yourself, you might be painting, you might be playing an instrument, or listening to music that you love. I have a favourite playlist on repeat. It's basically the Pet Shop Boys. All my favourite Pet Shop Boys songs. But when I need a pick-me-up, that is going on, or some 90s R&B and soul, or watch something on YouTube, because YouTube is free, or if you're paying for any streaming services, then indulge in those escapism worlds that you can run off to that you would never ever want to visit or be a part of in a million years. And the storylines are so unbelievable, but you just love watching them. For me, that's Emily in Paris. For me, that's Virgin River. Just see if you can make an appointment to have some creative time that just switches you out, flips you out of the madness and flips you out of the, oh, everything hurts, my brain hurts, and into a season of joy. For me, don't laugh. My joy comes in 2 parts. My rest comes in 2 parts, particularly if I'm working and I've clamped myself to the laptop all day. I love to break up my day at any part. I might do a brunch.
I love doing my little mushroom omelette with my smoked salmon on the side and my little tomatoes or some spinach.
I like doing that really simple, quick meal, but actually it sounds insane, and you will feel it too. Just get up, stretch, walk, go to a different room, different environment, half an hour, even though my brain is going, no, 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 you can't spare this half an hour. No, 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 you need to carry on. I take it. And also, I save washing up in the bowl so that then when I feel I need to step away from the machine, from the laptop, I come downstairs, get me marigolds on, and I'm in the bowl washing up, and I actually really enjoy it. Just takes my brain out of the intensity, and for me, it really works. Now, are you down with the concept of radical rest? If you are, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you hit the notification bell as well, that means every time I post a new video, you will get told. And thank you to all my new followers. I have had a glut of new followers literally in the last couple of days. Thank you, Silver Solo Path, for mentioning me in your community, because basically you've sent my decluttering video viral for me. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. And my bonus tip that I promised I would share with you is about looking at each and every single one of my 10 tips before and microing them. Choosing to do a little bit of something at any part of the day you choose does not have to be your bedtime routine, does not have to be your morning routine. It can be 5, 10, 15 minutes, even a minute, where you can grab time to rest radically and to just grab a piece of air, a gasp of breath for yourself. That is what I want for you in terms of radical rest. It is your right. It is essential for you to refuel and re-energize. And thank you so much for watching. Go and binge on some of my other videos, and I'll see you very soon.